right. I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, let's go and get into it. Nah, he's coming. I said he got to wrap up with his client, man. He said they're dragging. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's pretty dope. Dog, that's nice. That's nice. That's movie quality. That's movie quality, man. Hey, movie quality. That's Hollywood. That's California for you, man. Man, what's up? Yeah, man. I'm in South Carolina. Yeah, I said I come back to the West Coast. I actually lived in Oregon for a while. We might come back out that way. What? Nah, that's the West Coast, man. We right above you. Nah, yeah, different vibe. Let me see it. It's showing live on my end. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm seeing. Yeah, it's showing YouTube live. Yeah, I'm trying to get the Instagram. Sean's probably gonna have to hit that one because Instagram's acting up for me. But I can see it up here. He's about to hop in. He'll hit live when he gets in. Yeah. Okay. Happy dad. Happy dad. Yeah. There you go. Got to stay hydrated, man. Man, I said it's Sean knows this. I don't usually tell people my age because I started coming to coach people and help them train dogs. It was worse. I've been doing. You can tell them. You can tell 'em. I've been telling people 'cause I'm starting to get up there a little bit now. I'm getting closer to 30. Yeah, I'm trying to get up there. Yeah, yeah. I'm 26. Yeah, I got two. Man, it's coming. It's coming. I feel old already. Yeah, without a doubt, man. Yeah. Now she's in here. I got sound effects. I love it. I love it. Dog, see, I gotta play with this, man. I gotta. We're gonna get more into this live stuff because I'm liking this. We're. I really like what you said too. Yeah. See, that's nice. Yeah. Now I like what you said. It's about dogs and people, right? I remember when I first got into it, like you said, I was just in it for the dogs. I said, "Man, I only wanna deal with the animals, I don't wanna talk to people." I was in it for the dogs, and the more I spent time with the dogs and to train the dogs, to be around the dogs, you gotta interact with the people. I feel like that's a part people kinda miss out on, and now the people kinda make it worth it too. That's what I'm starting to find out. Hybrid. You know what I got a Ram Rebel. Okay, okay. Alright, as long as you got something with a V8 or something. Yeah. Ooh, okay, okay. Dog. Alright, yeah. Alright, so you good. You other car. Yeah. Man, how you like those Rivians? Yeah, really? Okay. Man, I've seen a couple trickling over here. So I'm originally from Ohio, lived out in Oregon for a little while, and I've always had family in South Carolina. And the thing I like about South Carolina is it's slow. Like there's not a whole lot of change going on in South Carolina. You got Charleston and stuff that grows fast, but we get everything a little bit slower. So I'm starting to see a couple of the Rivians. We're really just starting to see a lot of Teslas and Cybertrucks and stuff. But Cyber Beast, man. See, I probably won't see one of those out here for another 5 years. Mm. Hey, what do you ride the dogs around in? Which one? What's the dog vehicle? Okay, okay, yeah, yep, yeah. So my podcast room is also my dog room. So I'm looking at four rough ones in the corner right now. I got three dogs in here. Got a Rottweiler somebody brought in from Massachusetts, and actually a personal protection dog I sold to a guy, a German Shepherd. Yeah, man, they've been traveling lately. Bringing these dogs. I had one from Washington State last month. Came in for dog aggression. I told her, I said, "Hey, I know guys on the West Coast, but they're starting to see those videos and TikToks, and once they make it up in their mind, they want you. They'll come however far they want to come." Hmm. Yeah, yeah, dog. It's not it. Mm. Dog. See, that kind of sucks. So, like, I'm big on food, right? Like, whenever we travel, me and my wife will do the same thing. We hit TikTok. We look for some places. Like, best spot we probably hit was Vegas. We had a list where we were just going through and hitting spots in Vegas and Atlanta. But man, I don't know, all the food's always on the West Coast whenever I pull up some videos. Everything's out there at you guys. Yeah. Dog, so Yeah. Oh, he coming. Mm, Rumble in the Jungle. Yeah, yeah. Stack off. Yeah. Oh, like straight up, just like in the circle, just dog, dog. All right. Hey, when is it? November 14th, Monroe. That's I might come check that out. Dog, see the thing I like about your dog. So the first time I saw one, literally, so my facility I had up in the or down in the Low Country, South Carolina. We'd have a lot of people just come by. We had an open bite night kind of thing, right? Anybody's welcome to come. You pay your decoy, work the dogs, and if you want to keep coming, you keep coming. And this guy called me. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "Hey man, I got some Dobermans." I told him, I said, "Man, if you want to come out, come out." Like, I ain't seen a good one on the East Coast. I hadn't ever. And he was like, "I got some Dobermans. I want to bring them out." I said, bring them out. We'll see what they're about, man." And when he walked through the door, he had a black and tan. He had a red Doberman. They were probably about 2 years old. And when they walked through the door, I looked and I said, "Oh no, that's a Doberman." I said, "Damn." I said, "That's a damn good looking dog." He got them in there. They started working. They were biting. I mean, this is the first time ever seeing it at 2, 3 years old. They were taking pressure. Never been worked. Started taking pressure. They were looking good. After I said, "Man, where'd you get those dogs?" He said, "Oh man, there's this guy in California. I got with him." Man, you talking about Gerald European Doberman? He said, "Yeah, yeah." He said, "These are Damu sons." I said, "Okay." I said, it's making sense." There's only Dobermans I've ever seen work. Best Dobermans I've seen out this way by far. Because usually, if somebody tells me they got a Doberman, I'm like, "Oh, we will try it. We're gonna try it." Yeah, 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 yeah. That gets you in the door. Yep. Yeah. Man, you got a sign over there to your right, and I was reading it right before the show started. What's it say? Yep, without a doubt, without a doubt. And to me, that's for all breeds. Like the working line dogs and the show line, it's not comparable. I got a Tibetan Mastiff sitting 15 feet to my left. Most people never recognize him as a Tibetan Mastiff because he's not overdone, big blown out coat with the real thick jowls. He's a working line Tibetan Mastiff. Does bite work. He's been out around livestock, hangs out with my kids, and he's got the right temperament for the job. But a working line dog and a show line dog just don't compare, in my opinion. No, no, yeah, yep, hmm Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, and you don't see dogs capable of it anymore. You don't. Yeah. That's how it should be. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 Got you. And then it doesn't work that great. Yeah. Hmm. How many had so do you I know you got usually your male dogs, your stud dogs. Do you keep any females? Okay. Dog. All right, that's gonna be a nice one. Yeah, we gotta keep that to ourselves. Man, that's gonna be nice. Dog. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, I saw so were you messing with some Rottweilers at one point? Or just kind of another breed you got like you're kind of passionate about? One Rottie? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, without a doubt. No. Yeah. Rotties are ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. I said they're ready to go. They work. They maintained that. They maintained it. See, something I'm noticing with the Malinois, there's some good looking Mals out there. There's some nice, big, beautiful Malinois. But me and Sean joke about it all the time. The uglier the Mal, the better they work. I said you'll have something that looks so busted, and the second they come out the kennel, we're like, man, that thing's probably a monster. Yeah. 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 Nah. Yeah. Mine too. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, your wife? Yeah. I ain't trying to get you caught up. My bad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How old is he? Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're performing. When I say I've never seen a another Doberman look like that, like in person. I've seen some pictures and I see it in person. Like, it's nice, but I've never seen them look that good. I've never seen them work that well anywhere else. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yeah. 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 Was which one came? Was Brutus? Is that when you had Damu at the same time? Okay. 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 Man. Yeah. Mm. See, see, those are the dogs I know you for. 'Cause I saw when that documentary show first came out. Yeah. Yep. That's when I looked at. It, I said, "Man, those are nice dogs." And that's when I heard about you. Yeah. How Yeah. How do they do so do a lot of them go to working home or you kinda do, like, a lot of pet homes, family protection dogs? Like, where do a lot of the puppies kinda end up? Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, I said I got my shepherd that went to a protection home. He over there walking around on his bed. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's how they're getting them committed to it. Oh, hold on, this is Sean right here. Let me see. I think he's trying to get in. Hey, what's up, man? All right, sounds good. Just hit the link, get in. We're live now. All right. All right. I say he just said he finished up with his client. I say he's getting ready to get in. Man, but that makes a lot of sense because so something I've heard a few different breeders say now, right? And they're trainers as well. I know some that are bulldog people, some that breed Malinois. They'd rather give the sell the dog to clients who have no idea what the sport is, but they're interested, never done it before, and then they get them in and they get them interested. They say, "Hey, come out at some training," and then they start kind of getting them that way. Um, yeah, see, so something me and Sean are big on, like, we're big, we're trainers, right? Like that's what we do. Train dogs all day, every day. Let a puppy be a puppy. Like I don't. The only things I teach my puppies, I'll charge a clicker, like a clicker. I'll do some markers, like yes, no good, throwing a ball, that kind of stuff. And I just kind of teach a little bit of manners. Like I kind of want them to. I'll teach them a place command. I don't worry about obedience. Obedience is so easy once you really understand a dog. We can do that anytime. I got a Malinois now. He does not have a focus heel. He's a year old. I just finished his obedience maybe a month ago. I was like, yeah, it's time. Like, he was wide open. He was crazy. He was working good. Went ahead and put control on him. Now I take him around the neighborhood, kids on the bike, running off leash, other dogs around. And it's no problem. Kind of let him mature. I let him be a puppy. And then we went back and put the obedience into him. Because they got it. They got it. You don't have to sit there and push it and try and make it into something it's not. It's either there or it isn't. All right. Yeah. Oh, she's a Doberman. She's a Doberman. Okay. All right. All right, so there's some good Doberman people out there. See, man. So I'm gonna be honest. When I first got into it, I started with Corsos, but what I wanted was Dobermans. I was a kid. I was 16. I couldn't afford a good Doberman. I know. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. But I got into it and I wanted Dobermans. I couldn't afford one, but I knew some Corso breeders. But then as I started working more Dobermans over here on the East Coast, I just didn't see any good ones. And I was like, man, like was it all a lie? Was it smoke and mirrors, So it kinda deterred me for a little while, but at some point, I may give it a go. Is is she using your studs? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Man, alright, I see it. You gotta get some dogs out this way, man. That's what you gotta do. We're not seeing good Dobermans over here. You gotta push them east. Dog. Mm. All right, so they should start. Some puppies should start ending up this way. Okay. Yeah. Titus. Titus, that one you showed me you were tracking with now. Like he was looking really good in the tracking. Yeah. Okay. Mm, nah. So anytime, any of the trials I've been to, if you go to the judge and say, "Hey, I got a female in heat," you do all your stuff last. Like you, after everybody finishes protection, obedience, then you go out and you do your whole routine, and that's just kind of courtesy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say I'm gonna hit you up. It's probably so. My wife likes the way Dobermans look. We only keep like the Malinois. He's my working dog. He goes out. He runs with me. We train. He gets to hang out in the house a little bit, but Tibet Mastiff, that's the house dog. He's coming up on 7. That's what they say because they weren't even really a breed, like, they were just kinda isolated in that part of the country, and they just kinda turned into a breed. That is the best dog I've ever owned. Like, when I say intuitive, I've never had to train him to do bite work. I've actually, he doesn't know any obedience, and I'm a big dog trainer guy. I train all my dogs. All of them have obedience. He knows his name and to come here. That's it. Because he makes the right decision 99% of the time. We, 99%. He's eaten some stuff or, done some wild stuff sometimes when he doesn't know about it. But I mean, it's rare. Even today, like right before we hopped on this, we did about a mile walk with the kids. They're out riding their bike. We just walked around the neighborhood. We come back, and my daughter left the door wide open, and we didn't catch it. He's laying down in front of the door, arms crossed. Never even thought about leaving. He's like, I'm just gonna hold it down right here. It's I've never seen anything like the way that they behave and just pick up on things. Like, I had them out on 26 acres when I first got them. I had goats, chickens, ducks, the whole 9, and I would walk 'em around the perimeter, and there was a hill at the top of the property, and that joker. Yeah, well, so it's got a tree line, and then our property has a river that runs around it. So I would just walk it, and I'd do that a couple times a day when he's like 4 or 5 months old, and after a while, he just figured out, like, "Okay, this is the property line." And you would come in, I'd come into the property, he'd be sitting up on the hill, overlooking everything like clockwork, like every 2 hours. He would get up and he'd walk that same little edge. They're nice, man. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, this is how I'm gonna answer this. So this is how I'm gonna answer this, right? Because I got into the sport with off breeds. I had American Bulldogs, Corsos. It was a while before I got my first German Shepherd, and he was a nice German Shepherd. He got imported over here. After dealing with those breeds and going through, I said, "Man, I'm ready for a Malinois. I'm good to go." I see all these guys with these Malinois, and it's easy, right? Because these dogs are on autopilot. It's a whole different set of problems, right? So with a lot of your off breeds, I find that their emotional intelligence is very high, even in a high state of drive. They're very aware of what you're doing. They're a little bit more sensitive to some of the handler stuff. With a Malinois, so there's a little bit of nerve there sometimes. You get some good ones, and I've been through some dogs, but the good ones I had, they were good. With the Malinois, I would say it's harder. Here's why. If you got a good one, you really have that dog. It's so much drive and there's so much frustration and the speed is so fast. You have to know what you're doing. Like that's a dog you get after you got some repetition because you're gonna get bit and then you gotta sit there and you can't show fear. Like I mean, I can't tell you how many times my dog has flayed me. Right. They're super emotional, but their reaction to it, I mean, they bite, they're super drivey. Yes, the nerve is a part of it. Yeah, it can. Yeah, yeah. And so if you got a good trainer, so I've seen some people that are trying to figure it out on their own, right? And to me, you don't get a Malinois if you don't have a support group or you don't have people who've been around it. Now, I've seen some people who aren't necessarily that skilled go get a nice Malinois and because they can follow a program and what they're being told to do and they got that kind of oversight, they look incredible. So the right dog, yeah. I say because like you said, that drive will pull them through a lot of stuff. To me, I want to see what the dog's about out of drive. But yeah, I said that drive, it's nice, but make sure you're ready for what you're getting into because it's yeah. Yeah, no, I don't man, that's what I was saying. One a guy I used to know pretty well, he used to tell me it didn't matter if it looked like a goat over there in Holland, right? If it looked like a goat, but it worked like a machine, they were gonna breed it. Looks weren't necessarily a big consideration. As long as the dogs worked, that was the primary thing. Now I've been seeing some nicer looking ones. They seem to be pretty big. There's a lady over here on the East Coast, Kayla. I mean, she's got some beautiful dogs. I've only seen them in person twice, but every time she, I'm like, man, that's a beautiful Malinois. Like they're good looking, big dogs. But man, they'll get real small and wiry and kind of scrappy looking real quick. And I don't know if that's the line breeding to certain lines. I had one that got kicked out of the department in California and Oregon for lighting handlers up. I mean, again, that's what I mean. It's a different set of problems because this was a dog they put too much pressure on him too quick, and he, if you weren't about it, I mean, he'd turn around and he'd tear you up. So this $20,000 dog they sent to me, I just paid for the shipping, and they're like, "You can handle him, you can have him." Long story short, I got a puppy off of him. He ended up passing away, unfortunately. Best dog I probably put my hands on. Uh, and I got his puppy. His puppy looks like him in the face. He's only a year old, and I'm hoping he turns into something, but he doesn't look nearly as good as his daddy does. And his mom and dad looked outstanding, but it's a line breed, and I'm starting to question if they kind of changed some things. You know, if they're bred a little too tight. Yeah, yeah, man. So from the pet side of things, I've trained a lot of pet dogs. I mean, hundreds of pet dogs at this point. Whenever I see a Malinois come through and it's a good one, every once in a while you see those low drive, good looking mouths, but they don't kind of like we were talking about, like they've been watered down, right? But the Malinois is, I think it's just bred for work. A lot of times when they come through and I train them, I'm telling people, I've seen elderly couples come in with them. I've seen people who get out and run every day and think that's enough. Malinois is a lot of dog. Like it's not made for a pet home if it's truly about the work, right? And they don't do well. I've seen so many of them surrendered. I know at one point we took like two or three in because they're eating like a guy I know right now that I work with. He asked me, he said, "Man, I'm getting this Mal. I want to do this training." I said, "Man, don't do it." He said, "Why?" I said, "I'm telling you, don't do it. If I didn't do it, I do. I wouldn't have these dogs. And then he tells me, I think his dog's like 11 months old now. It ate all the drywall out of a room in his house from like 3 feet up. Went around and ate all the drywall. And it's a dog you just can't stop. Like it's going to get out of a 6 foot fence. It's going to keep going. And then you turn around and smack it with a newspaper or a shoe, and you liable to get bit. And that doesn't fit in pet homes. Yeah. So me and Sean had this conversation. There was a point where, we'd get Malinois and we might get it because we wanted to do PSA with it or a personal protection dog or something like that. And I would take it, I'd walk it downtown, and people would go, "Man, that's a beautiful German Shepherd." And I'd be like, "Oh, thanks." And I would never correct them because nobody needed to know what it was. And all of a sudden, after John Wick 3 came out, after it was another one with Channing Tatum. Like all these movies started coming out, I'd be walking a mile downtown. People go, "Oh, it's a pretty Belgian Malinois." And I was like, "What'd you say?" They're like, "Man, it's a pretty Malinois." I said, "Damn, it's about to go to shit." I said, "It's gone. The breed's done." Because yeah, mm, yeah, yep. I said the Borals are definitely next up. And it sucks, man. So I got a picture on my phone. But what got me into dogs in the first place? I was 7 years old. I was staying in Oregon, and I got to go to my first dog show. And I saw a Corso and a Borbal. And then I met another guy over here on the East Coast who bred them and worked them. And I was about 10 when I saw those. And a Borbal is a dog I've always wanted. And it's starting to get to the point where I don't think I'd even mess with it. Like, it's just, I don't know. The Once the general public finds out about certain breeds, like I'm glad we're actually talking about the Malinois. Like, I no, don't go get one as a pet. If you don't have a club or a trainer or you're not super active out here running. I got clients who take their dogs to state parks every week, run, do mountains, snowboard with their dogs. If you're doing that, sure, go get a Malinois and go get you a good trainer. Other than that, stay away from them. Don't mess with them. They are not for you. I promise. It is not the dog you want, and that needs to be said more. Man, I think bull hurt. So it can. I've seen people do pits and mallees. I've seen people do some bulldog. Uh, Honestly, I couldn't tell. I haven't been around a ton of them. I'm interested in some of them. There's a kennel. I think it's Apex Kennels in the UK. Um, yeah, my boy in the upstate, he's got a female that he's been posting off of some of their stuff, and the ones I've seen are nice. I mean, the toughness, they work, they look good. I've never seen an ugly bull herder. Now maybe those like F1s, some of them kind of, but those F2s, F3s, that second, third generation, are pretty dogs. Yeah, yeah. So, and I'll say this too, like on the police side of things, and again, over there, I think they're just breeding whatever works. You get an F3 bull herder, like a third generation bull herder that was maybe the first cross was bulldog and Malinois, and then you go back to a Mal and then back to a Mal. These departments aren't looking at that. They're like, oh, it's a Malinois, it's a Dutchie, and they're taking them in. And now they got these big, good looking dogs. And if you ask the handlers, oh, he's a Malinois, he's a Dutch Shepherd. And there's some of them I look at, I'm like, that's the fattest jaws I've ever seen on a Malinois. Man, I think some of them know and don't even wanna test to find out. They're like, "Ah, I'd rather not, because when you pull up with a tight-skinned, big-headed Malinois, I'm immediately looking. You confident? Alright, there we go. There it is. Hey, did it go well? Hey, that's a real answer. That's a real answer. Which dog was this? Was this Prudence? Mm, yep. Yeah, I know that feeling. Mhm, every time. Dog. Alright, yeah, and you know what? Sean's person to talk to about this. So, Sean, just tell him a little bit about what you do, Malinois. So, we're talking about is the Malinois a cheat code for dog trainers? And I'll let you elaborate on that, especially considering the number you've trained. Yeah, 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 man, you gonna show us up. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. One of the things I noticed, like, if you're gonna buy a dog online, right? So let's say you see a Malinois, somebody sending videos, and it's funny because a lot of times the same people send you videos of a dog, and then you're trying to figure out who's got the dog, right? Because everybody's trying to sell it for somebody else. Pay attention to where the cuts are at. So if that dog bites really well, and they're slipping a sleeve every time, or you never see the dog getting choked off or outing something, there's a reason, right? That dog probably is gonna turn around and tear somebody up, or he's got an issue with people walking up and he pops off the bite. So pay attention where those cuts are at on that video. And then I don't like me and Sean talk about this all the time. I don't really care about seeing them out on law bite. They bite, great. Like that should be there. That's a bare minimum requirement for what we're looking for. Take him out of drive, no ball, no food, no nothing. I want to see how he behaves in a new environment. Can he walk up different stairs? Can he go in a crowd? How is he around other dogs, different people with no stimulation, right? And you'll see a lot of them can't handle it. They'll start picking stuff up off the ground and trying to satiate their drive or try and do something else to combat that nerve. I want to see out of drive, how do you behave? And that tells me everything you know about the dog. Man, I I can give you one answer on that because me and Sean, I've called him before I'm about to go look at a litter of puppies multiple times. Like I got one Malinois. When I say this was the definition of a pet, I mean it was a pet through and through. And I called him. We sat there and we looked at this litter and we go back and we look at the videos. The only thing I try and base it off of, because it's a crapshoot. At the end of the day, you might as well close your eyes, pick one up, and go for it because they change so much in between 6 to 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and then a year. The only thing I care about is we took the puppies. I drive somewhere else. Like the last litter I picked one out of, drove to a gas station a mile down the road where I knew they hadn't been, and they're trying to give me one dog. They're like, "Hey, this is the one. This is the one," and it looked great biting, and like you said, it's biting the rag and it's going and grabbing everything. And I'm like, "All right, like that looks good." I say, "Hey, man, let's load these two up, and we're gonna go to this gas station." And when I put the two puppies down, the one that they were pushing on me stopped at the door and literally started shaking and would not walk through, wouldn't go by the people. The other one that bit okay and still did some of the work walked in, I mean, chest out, head up, sniffing people, running around. I said, "That's my puppy." I said, "That's the one I'm taking." Only thing I can bet on is nerve. I'm taking nerve, and I don't care if the dog gets scared or something, but how do you recover? Right? Like, that's an important thing. So you can jump back and say, "Oh, what was that?" But do you go forward and check it out? Like, what's your reaction afterwards? And the puppy that I picked out, yeah, it wasn't the best biting dog at the time. She bites fine now. She works like a machine. So I was like, cool. That's the dog. Yeah. 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 He ain't lying. Yeah. 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 Man. All right, let me ask you this. Now, I've never been around these dogs. What were they calling them? They said they were bringing it's out your way. That's why I'm asking. I don't know if you've been around them. It was like some kind of Molosser breed they were bringing back. No, not the alibis. It was some guy was like recreating. There was a documentary episode on it, and I've never seen them. I know they were 200 plus, like legitimately 200 plus pounds. They're like Neapolitan and English Mastiff. I think they were called Molossers. Like they were trying to recreate. You ever seen any of those work? Because I wondered about how they move and breathe. That's a southern favorite right there. That's a southern favorite. Yeah, 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 no, yeah. Yeah. So I think what changed that is people live in a more urban setting, right? Like you, especially those mastiff breeds. Like the history of those dogs was they were farm dogs, they were protection dogs. Those dogs just aren't cut out to live in dense populations. So people stopped breeding from that. They started getting away from it. And I think we kind of get a watered down version. And now when people end up with a Corso that is ready to fuck somebody up, like they're about it. Everybody's like, oh, what do I do with this dog? Hey, this dog's dangerous. Yeah, it's supposed to be dangerous. That's what it was bred to do. But you got to throw back, especially one that's got some nerve to it. But I don't know. Life today just isn't suited for those dogs. It just isn't. And handlers, like the general public, I don't think they understand the amount of knowledge and training they have to develop to even handle a trained protection dog. Like the one I've got right here, I had him for this is a dog I had 6 years, and I ended up moving him to a family. I got Apex back with me. He's here for the weekend. Yeah, I'm looking at him. But he's got 6 years of training put into him around my kids, my family. He's got titles on him. And I still have to talk to them every week and get them up to speed on what to do. And this is a dog that's essentially on autopilot. And the owner did some IGP stuff and had been around dogs. It was a while ago. I don't know what they were teaching back then, but he's got some foundational skills. And even then, he still struggles a little bit. So the general public, you go work your 9 to 5, you come home and spend 15 minutes with your dog, but this is a trained protection dog or a dog that is bred to have that kind of mentality. What are you doing? Like you're not putting in enough work to own that kind of dog. So I think they get watered down. Yeah. 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 Uh, yeah. 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 Without a doubt. And I just had the dog I just had come in from the West Coast from Washington State, right? I know you call it Pacific Northwest, but over that way. He came in and this dog, he bird hunts. Like this is a dog that's being worked. Like they're actively doing stuff with him. Like the best pet owner I've seen in a long time. But the understanding and the knowledge, like I remember me and Sean were training a guy, and when we started breaking down the little things to him, he literally turned around and looked at us. He goes, "Man, they don't show you this shit on YouTube." Like, and they don't, like, that's some stuff you have to go out and get that information sometimes, but she was keeping this dog constantly aroused, right? Like, if his tail started to drop, she's like, "Hey, I gotta get him excited again," and to no fault of her own, she just thought, "He's gotta be happy." Well, it created some stress, and he was starting to become reactive and all these other things, but as trainers, one, we look at a lot of dogs. I think me and Sean have talked, we're both right around 1,000 dogs, give or take, between group classes, board and trains, and that right around 1,000 that we've either touched. Yeah, just training wise. Some of it's group classes, some of it's private lessons, some board and trains. But we've touched a lot of dogs, right? We so good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on. My wife was passing me another drink. Hold on. Man, yeah, he's standing up. Like he's legitimately just this big. This is a 140, 150 pound dog, but he's lean. Like he moves well. I say he's a good dog, man. But yeah, he's just a good dog. And when I say 99% of the time is a dog that makes the right choice, it really is. He's the only one that I know of. Yeah. Let me see him. Let me see him. Hey, I'm telling you, about the prettiest Doberman you ever seen. Yamo was so excited when I let him over here. He's like, I can come. Well, you want me? We gonna get Mona? Oh yeah. That's- Dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Best Dobermans in the country by far. Remember they walked in and we were like, damn. Yeah, that's a Doberman. That's what it was. hmm you know better. Oh yeah. That's what it's all about, man. Yeah. Oh man. So Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm feeling good right now. Yeah. No, we were excited. We were like, it was funny because we took a little break for the first half of the year because our pet businesses were blowing up so much, and we were like, okay, we're gonna start putting clips back out. You know, it's time to hit it hard, start getting our guests going. And people had just called in saying they like, hey, where you guys been? We've been looking for episodes, reaching out. And we were like, you motherfuckers are listening. Like we were like, oh, there's like you guys really are because we see the numbers, we don't hear from the people. So when people start reaching out, we're like, man, they really are like reaching out and asking questions. And then sure as shit that night you hit us up and we are like, is this real? Like, is this really happening? Like, man, this is it's cool. It's like what we like to see. We appreciate it. Man, me and yeah. I appreciate it, man. Alright, so the DDR shepherds, I forget what side of Germany it was, but at one point, Germany was split between, like, East and West, I think, like, there was literally a line through Germany, I forget what happened, I'm not a big history buff. Yeah, 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 Berlin Wall, there it is. So, they were from what my understanding of it, and I can't answer this question super well 'cause I've only been around Czech line and German working line dogs, but my understanding of it was the DDR dogs were supposed to be a little bit more civil. I've seen some of them, some of the lines that are kind of crossed. I don't think there's a lot of pure DDR stuff out there anymore. Not that I've seen anyway. But they're supposed to be more civil, a little bit less prey driven, but a little bit more serious, a little bit more nervy dog, as opposed to the super high drive kind of Czech dog or German dog. I think the German dogs are a little bit more 50-50. They seem to be a little bit less prey driven, not enough to work, but they're a little bit more serious. And I think that's kind of where the DDR dogs are at now. I think the lines have all kind of crossed back together at this point. I've seen some groups on Facebook that try and keep some pure DDR lines, but I don't know if there's really anything left at this point that hasn't been crossed back and forth. But it's supposed to be a more serious, bigger, civil German Shepherd, a little bit. Wait. I see you're down. Yeah, yeah. You're looking at Sean right now on my screen. Yeah, and now I'm looking at you. No, wait, Sean, you got to turn the other way. Yep. Spotify. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Appreciate it. That's badass. No, you got the best intro and outro. Yo, the intro and outro, I like it. I like it. We gotta get that going. Who dares? Miles. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, no, we gotta step it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. We gotta get that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn. Oh, we suck. We gotta step it up. We gotta step it up. Yeah, we gotta get that. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. He's like, "Ah, every day." Mm, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it was a good conversation, man. I told you, oh, nice, man. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, yeah, you were telling us that. You were telling us about it, yeah. No, so we just made like, free ones for this. Yeah, for StreamYard. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me stop the YouTube live. I forgot you said I gotta go back in and actually stop it. Yeah, let me, turn it off. End stream. There it is.